Alright, I am here to talk about King of Hell by the artist of Warcraft, the Sunwell trilogy. This is a Korean manga. This is the first 3 volumes out of like 40-something, and the premise is you have this guy, it's his job to escort the dead to the underworld, and then stuff starts happening that is out of his job description, and he is forced to deal with all of this stuff. I recently read a few volumes of Dr. Slump, another manga, and that wasn't really what I was looking for. This, I feel like, strikes the tone that I was looking for a tiny bit better, but it's still not exactly the flavor that I was looking for. This is really weird in that at times it is super bleak, and then sometimes it is just very goofy and almost farcical with the tone. There is one issue here where there are these kids, they think that they are about to be eaten by a giant demon. It turns out it's not a supernatural entity, it's just a regular earthbound monster. And then one of the girls that thinks they're about to die, she runs over to this pile of bones and she finds something that belonged to her older sister. And we find out her parents told her that her older sister had moved to another town and gotten married. And then she just starts having a breakdown right there because she thinks she's about to die, and now she knows that her older sister's dead and was likely sacrificed to this monster by her parents. And it's just really brutal, really heavy. But then at times, you'll think that you're in a serious scene, and then suddenly, I don't know how to describe it. I'm sure there is a word for it when you're talking about manga, but suddenly the characters will be full adult size, and then they will be like a third of their normal size, and they are drawn much more cartoony and exaggerated than they had been just one panel earlier. If suddenly they are overreacting about something, then suddenly in the background they will be, this big, and their head is huge, and their expressions are very animated, and they're screaming about something. Like they go to a martial arts tournament, and then one of them finds out they're not going to be able to participate, and then she's reacting very cartoonishly while the others are not. And it kind of has this whoa, you're getting tonal whiplash whenever you have something that's seemingly kind of dark and depressing, and then you jump over to, haha, we're supposed to be having fun, you better laugh. This book spends a sizable number of pages with the main character's wife, who has basically been next to a fountain of youth because she was watching over her either husband or boyfriend, I don't know, watching over his body, and then she dies. And then we get something that, like I say, very heavy, not a laughing matter, and then you jump into, LOL, we're going to have a fun little martial arts tournament. And then there is going to be some, pretty dangerous stuff at the martial arts tournament as well, but throughout this whole book, I could never really figure out where I was supposed to be tonally. And overall, I did like this more than Dr. Slump, but would I keep reading? The answer is probably no. I have had this for a very long time, and I had it on a shelf, and then I was looking through some of my books, and I had forgotten that I owned this. I had no desire to keep reading and see what happens starting with Volume 4. It's perfectly fine, but it didn't really do anything for me. I feel like there are other stories out there that work a little better for me. Rereading this now, I think I liked it a little better the first time I read it, which was a long time ago, but rereading it now, I didn't like it as much. So those are my thoughts on King of Hell. It's a supernatural adventure series, so if that's what you're into, I've read just a teensy bit of one volume, I think, of Naruto. I watched a Bleach animated movie. It kind of feels like a cross between Bleach and Naruto. You've got a lot of the martial arts fight scenes. You've got a supernatural character who deals with ghosts, although in Bleach, it's a human being who's dealing with whatever they're called in Bleach. Here, it's a ghost who's dealing with other ghosts. So it's kind of like if those series had a baby. So if that sounds great to you, then I would recommend checking out King of Hell. In the meantime, that's all I have to say. So I will see you guys in the future with something else. Have a great rest of the day. Catch you later.